Quick tour of the garden in the spring. Some crimson clover in flower. The bees love it. Plus, it's a nitrogen fixer. And then, we haven't quite opened for the morning yet, but this is California poppy, which is our state flower. And that right there is a broccoli that has gone to seed, and I'm just leaving it there so that the bees can enjoy pollinating. And beneath it there's an Oya. I can zoom in here a little bit, you can see it. I would say they're probably not worth the expense for us, but if you can make some cheap using small pots or get some for free or make them yourself, they do contribute to water savings. This is some garlic, just planted from grocery store garlic, and it's got some rust on it right now from water, but it's growing very vigorously other than that, and we'll see what the flavor's like when we harvest it in the summer. And then this is some very happy Swiss chard, all colors, rainbow chard. We've got magenta and a little red guy down there, and a green stalk and a yellow stalk, and the rhubarb chard is just gorgeous, and then some really huge white-ribbed chard back there. The stems on the white-ribbed chard are by far the thickest ones we have. And then this buddy is a volunteer pumpkin, and I've been hand pollinating the female flowers, and we have 3 sizable pumpkins. You can see them down here. Here's 1, and there's 2, and back there is 3. We've got a little male flower today, and we're hoping to get it trained to climb up this ladder that I salvaged from a trash pile. And as you can see, it's got a little teeny tendril hanging onto the ladder, so I'm hoping that as it grows, it'll grow vertically. And then here we have a whole bunch of Japanese sweet potato growing really vigorously. And back under here is actually, I want to show you this little dude. It's a little teeny, there's avocado tree. We have a lot of volunteer avocados because we have an avocado tree next door and a squirrel population, so who knows what will happen with that. And then this is a Santa Rosa plum from bare root. We'll see how it does this year. We have some incense bush down here and a little milkweed for our monarch butterfly friends. Hopefully they'll make some use of that. And then in the back, it's hard to see because they're blocked, but usually this is a blackberry bed with some mint mixed in, but this year so far it is blocked by these very wonderfully vigorous fava beans. We have a huge crop of fava beans. They grow very well once the seeds take off. I can harvest this one right now. I wonder if there's an even bigger one. You get greedy. You start wondering, well, that's pretty big. Is there something even bigger? I pulled off a bunch last night to feed to some squirrels we rescued. Let's see if I can pop this one open and show you a fresh fava bean. There it is. There it is. They're delicious. They're a little astringent, but use them just like you use any other pea and bean. And then coming over here, some sorrel that probably needs a harvest. You could feed it to the chickens if nothing else. Some of that blackberry I mentioned. And then over here, looking like it needs a little more affection, is boysenberry, which is one of the great pleasures of life in Southern California. Looks like we've got some flowers going. And last but not least, comfrey. This is doing really well this year because we just added these rain gutters right in this location last year, and they drain right down here and land right at the roots of this comfrey. And so we have lots of little baby plants I can separate out later in the year, and we should get some lovely purple trumpet shaped blossoms off that as well. So that's one of the garden beds in my permaculture-inspired Southern California backyard garden. I hope you enjoyed the tour.